interception, and now Iowa State has first and goal. Rocco Becht slings it out right side. Touchdown, Cyclones. Jalen Null.
Get the first points on the board.
Chase Contreras with the point after try. It is up and good. So Iowa State couldn't ask for anything more at the beginning of the game. For BYU, that's as bad a start as you could dream up. And literally, the kickoff was fumbled, but BYU recovered their own fumble, so they dodged one bullet. And then the very first play from scrimmage, this happened.
Just an absolute catastrophic start for the Cougars. Will McLaughlin credited with the interception. Retzloff just needed to check that football down in the flat. Then you get a little dose of Eli Sanders, running back for Iowa State, coming back on first and second down. And then Rocco Becht punches it in with the touchdown pass to Jalen Null to get the Cyclones on the board first.
Both teams at 5-4. Crazy year in the Big 12 and a wild day. Almost like a pop-up kickoff. No fair catch signal, though. BYU's going to return it. And now the ball's out! Scooped up by Iowa State! And it's the second turnover already. We haven't even played 2 minutes. The fullback, Ray Paulo, was the up man. He took the kickoff and decided to return it instead of signaling fair catch. He fumbled it, recovered by Iowa State.
Iowa State catching BYU asleep at the wheel. What a nightmare start for the Cougars tonight.
And Rocco Becht. And Norton gets the handoff, cuts it upfield inside the 15 on the red zone in conference play. Becht takes the shotgun snap, now throws short right to catch and the immediate tackle, Null.
Illegal shift. 2 players in motion and not getting reset. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Second down on 11 into traffic. That pass is caught. After about the worst start you could ever imagine. Sprinting left, Becht throws, and it's incomplete. He threw it high, intended for that same tight end, Bramer. From that right hash, who's good place kicker. Cyclone special teams has been excellent. That kick is up, and it is good.
Possessions, 2 turnovers. But if you're an Iowa State fan, you love what your team's doing. They're playing complementary football. They're taking those turnovers and the sudden change, turning it into 10 points.
When we start this game, it's playing clean football, executing on downs, and making sure we're taking care of the football. It's not been going their way so far.
I would say 0 for 3 so far. 2 plays, 2 turnovers. One of those was on a kick return. Aiden Robbins, who's a very talented running back, out into the open. A big gain on the ground. Robbins.
Huge gain for the Cougars.
Robbins gets another carry straight ahead and another nice gain. He'll get first. Retzloff, a mobile quarterback, is going to give it, and Robbins goes backwards, so he lost a couple yards.
Gets a great start off the line at the snap, able to get into the backfield and make a play on big running back Aiden Robbins.
That's what BYU's been seeing too much of. Retzloff will keep it. Bounce it left side. He gets to the corner. Retzloff upended inside the 10. The backfield, no Robbins. Smith along with Retzloff, and Smith does not get the ball. Retzloff kept it, and he might have lost a yard. Shotgun snap. Retzloff throws. That's a touchdown. JoJo Phillips.
The touchdown pass to JoJo Phillips.
7 plays, 75 yards, a much-needed touchdown. Usama, talented true freshman tailback, is behind Rocco Becht. Becht is pressured, and he's going down. Pressure came immediately. Tyler Batty. Their offensive line's been really good. Now this pass incomplete. Becht steps up, going to try to run, and he's going to get walloped. I can't remember a worse start, and I can't remember a faster flip of momentum in a game than this one. That punt, no fair catch signal. Returned back to the 35 by Parker Kingston. Field Aiden Robbins, the tailback, on 1st and 10. From the 25, Robbins gets stuffed. That shoulder, it's given him a lot of problems over his career. Now Retzloff slipped as he started to take off. And then Gary Vaughn delivered a big hit.
To run over a defender.
From the shotgun, Retzloff slings it across the middle, knocked away, incomplete. And there's TJ Tampa. Man, he is so good. One of the very best defensive backs in all of college football, trying to hit the tight end Erickson. It's 4th down.
Well, cornerback on a tight end. Ethan Erickson, the tight end. TJ Tampa, you just mentioned it, one of the best cornerbacks in all of college football.
Null back to receive. Very good return man for Iowa State. They pressure the punt and almost blocked it. Rico, a booming punt, but it is definitely returnable. No, left sideline. That was good coverage. All things considered by BYU, that was set up to be a big return. All right, Matt, thank you. Iowa State gets the ball back, and Abu Sama somehow found his way back close to the original line of scrimmage. He did lose a yard on that carry. Becht looked left, throws right. It's caught by Null, who cuts it upfield. Nice open field tackle.
Keep an eye on the motion guy, Benjamin Bramer.
That young tight end throw across the middle and delivered perfectly from Becht to Jaden Higgins.
Accurate throw. Great job picking up a fresh set.
Quick tempo for Iowa State. And a run straight ahead. Anthony's here tonight to watch his kid play. Handoff left side. Huge amount of room for Sama, who gets down to the 30 and is finally knocked down by Crew Wakely, but a gain of 16.
Big old left tackle, 75, James Neal in the center. Jim Boniface out there leading on the edge with the pole. Sama to capture the edge. Great execution by the Cyclones.
Another good throw here on first down.
Very high ceiling in the years to come.
Statistically, he's been about the most productive freshman quarterback in the country. Sanders straight ahead inside the 5. Big gain on the ground for Iowa State. You to substitute. Play clock down to 2. They get it snapped. Becht, quarterback keeper, and Rocco Becht just really had nowhere to go. Tailback on 2nd and goal. Sanders gets the ball. Touchdown, Iowa State. Man, are they moving the line of scrimmage up front. Huge holes for the running backs. Sanders.
Great job by the Iowa State offensive line leading down the field on this drive. Left tackle, James Neal with another pull to bring Eli Sanders into the end zone. This is an offensive line that has allowed the fewest sacks in the Big 12 this season.
9 plays, 71 yards. Second touchdown of this opening 15 minutes. Extra point up and good. Handoff on first down, BYU. That's Aiden Robbins. Big, powerful running back. On 2nd down. He'll keep it. No. Yes, he will. On the right side, and some good ball handling.
Coach, you couldn't have drafted a better start. What do you need to see from your team in your second quarter?
Well, to win on the road in this conference, you got to play 4 great quarters. And this is a great football team we're playing. They play great at home, and we got to be able to put 4 quarters together.
What are you telling your quarterback?
Well, you got to keep his poise, keep playing good football, and we got to take care of the football the rest of the game.
Thanks for your time.
So much.
All right, Kayla and Matt Campbell, head coach. 5 consecutive winning seasons. That had never been done before. Handoff BYU. It's 3rd and 9. Retzloff is going to run an option and keep it and get wrestled down. My goodness, almost body slammed down.
Junior defensive end Joey Peterson staying home, disciplined with his eyes.
So BYU will punt the ball back. Very high from Rico. It's going to bounce and bounce into the end zone.
It's going to be tough to get a spot in that Final 4.
Now a play fake and the receiver falls. Now a penalty flag thrown as Becht took a hit. They're going to call roughing, and now the BYU fans are really going to be unhappy.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 92 in the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Day and age.
Yeah, and I think the main reason everybody's so unhappy was the face mask wasn't called. State trying to take advantage of that with the ball back on 2nd and 11. The long throw out to the far sideline. Null with the catch, and he'll go out of bounds close to the 40. Becht trying to make a change to the call with the play clock winding down. Gets it snapped. Becht across the middle, and he hits his target perfectly. Null into BYU territory. First down.
Keeping his eyes down the field, recognizing man-to-man coverage by the BYU Cougars. Finding Null across the middle on the basic crossing route.
Ooh, dangerous throw. And he'll get the ball, trying to find a hole. There really just wasn't much there. Maybe got 2 on ABC. Cosmo doing the Lambeau leap. Rocco Becht is going to try to scramble, and he is going to dive ahead and get the first down.
Quarterback Rocco Becht keeps his eyes down the field for as long as he can. It's man-to-man coverage by the BYU Cougars. Nobody open early. Credit the BYU secondary.
And really was not very heavily recruited by Power 5 teams at all. Becht is going to throw here into coverage, incomplete.
Safety or linebacker in the conference.
They've tried to get it to him. They haven't been successful yet. Now they hand the ball off, and Norton just had nowhere to go. Down to 2. Becht pressured, throws across the middle. That's Bramer, the tight end, who carries a couple defenders with him inside the 25 and gets the Iowa State first down. That's why they've targeted him a bunch of times.
He's a playmaker, and there's that screen we were just talking about, a little inside tunnel screen by the tight end, Ben Bramer. These are tough throws for a quarterback, but when you're throwing to a 6'7" target that's running back into the trenches, he's a lot easier to find. Very friendly throw by Rocco Becht.
Long conversions for Iowa State to keep the drive going. Play fake. That throw is caught, and then a spin move after the first would-be tackler, Jaden Higgins. 1st and 10. They could get a first down inside the 2. A handoff straight ahead. Touchdown, Iowa State. Cartevious Norton spun through a couple BYU defenders and waltzed into the end zone.
Nate Shieldhouse, the game he's calling. Rocco Becht, this isn't audible. It was originally going to be a pass. Rocco recognizes that BYU's playing a too-high safety look with a light running box, so he gets to the run play. Norton does a tremendous job with his vision. One cut back, finds the end zone. This Cyclones offense is playing efficient football, and they are in complete command. Really putting on a strong performance tonight here in Provo.
You know, the whole story coming into this game, both teams with 5 wins. Can you make sure you get that 6th win and clinch bowl eligibility? Kick return and a good one for Marion.
Gotten off the bus, and they played a heck of a ball game already.
Not easy to come here and do what they're doing so far. Retzloff is going to throw on the run, and it's incomplete. 5 yards so far in this game. Almost everything for BYU on the ground. Little fake option, and they'll throw the screen, and then the receiver, Chase Roberts, slips and falls down. 3-man rush. Retzloff throws over the top into coverage. Back shoulder knocked away, incomplete. Intended for JoJo Phillips.
As this game moves along.
Man, as you were saying that too, and we watched that replay, you could see Cody Epps threw his hands up in the air like, oh my goodness, I was wide open. The ball dropped inside the 5 and now scooped up, and Null is returning it along the sideline. Well, that's making something out of not much. All the way out to the 35. The ball was sitting on the turf at the goal line. Returners in all of college football. That could have been a disaster. Instead, turns into a positive play for Iowa State. They've taken control of this game and now in pretty good field position again. Burger King, Brock, the ground game for the Cyclones been powerful so far.
I'd say so. Already almost 100 rushing yards on the night between running backs Sanders and Norton. Rocco Becht doing a great job at the line of scrimmage, getting his team into the proper play. That last touchdown, it was a pass. He checked to a run. You see Norton there getting into the end zone. I tell you what, this Iowa State football team showed up in Provo tonight ready to play some football.
And really changed their running success rate about halfway through this year. They've been a much better rushing offense second half of the season. Change of direction for Sanders and another good gain on the ground. They'll be shoved out of bounds.
Well, you just saw the stats. He starting in week 5 this year, and he's really brought a mentality and an edge to this offensive unit.
Higgins in motion. Becht throws, caught by Higgins. First down, Iowa State.
The all-out pressure by the BYU Cougars. Goes to his quick outlet. Cornerback number 7, Camden Garrett, kind of gets caught up in the wash there in the junk.
First half. Sanders, left side run to midfield into BYU territory, and finally brought down.
This in there, winning his matchup.
It's 3rd and 2. Becht is going to keep it straight ahead, and now 6 for their last 6. Another Cyclones first down. Just very impressive. And I tell you what, it's a high bar, Brock, but another Brock. They've started to talk about Brock Purdy when they discuss Rocco Becht. 1st and 10. Play fake across the middle and snatched out of the air beautifully by Daniel Jackson. Done yet. Down to 2.5 to go until halftime. Sama, great cut. And trying to use a blocker. Now just uses some power inside the 15. Down to the 13. Freshman.
How about that cut by Sama? Someone the coaching staff says has huge potential for this Cyclones offense. Only a true freshman, just as you mentioned.
The second quarter, 118-4. Handoff, right side, Sama. Another great cut by Sama. Gets away, and he's going to score. Wow. Abu Sama channeling Barry Sanders in the open field. 13 yards, Cyclones touchdown. It's 30-7 here in the first half. What it looked like. Defenders were just falling down and coming up empty. Extra point up and good with 1-7.
Abu Sama doing his very best Barry Sanders impression, breaking ankles out there, trying to get himself on SportsCenter's top 10. I'll tell you what, that is an impressive run for the freshman running back. Wow.
That's just naturally gifted. There are not many guys who can do that. Fit in those other ways. Oh boy. Now a low line drive kick is going to go out of bounds. 1-7. See if Retzloff and BYU can come up with something here at the end of the half. Retzloff did not get away from the second defender. Drilled into the ground by Caleb Bacon.
Guy, leader, just someone that everyone on the team respects.
Better not be a walk-on for much longer. Retzloff again is going to get sacked as he tried to scramble.
Lose the yardage.
Yeah, ugly. And now BYU's just going to hand the ball off, which kind of tells you everything you need to know. LJ Martin with the carry. Not a good half at home for a struggling BYU team. A great half for Matt Campbell's Iowa State Cyclones. Eligible. The way Iowa State is playing right now, I think their goals should be a little loftier than that. And they will get the ball to start this second half. As the head coach at BYU for Kalani Sitake. He's been a great part of this program as a player and a coach for a long, long time. BYU defense stops the run play on the first play of the third quarter. Becht, the offense for the Cyclones was just unstoppable at the end of the half. A little pitch forward to Null, and that was good pursuit. Play clock under 5. Becht pressured, throws incomplete. He got spun around, and so the throw was inaccurate.
Along with outside linebacker Max Tooley forcing the quick throw.
So now a low line drive kind of punt, and it is returnable out to the 35 by Parker Kingston. So
he's a step up, just something they haven't been able to do all year.
A handoff straight ahead, and Aiden Robbins with some power running out to the 40. And they are glad to have Robbins back healthy. Really recruited by lots of programs around the country. Robbins again gets tackled just short. 3rd and 2. Handoff. Robbins does not get there. In fact, barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to pick up a first down.
The analytics say go, and the old school says we have to get this figured out. We got to go. LJ Martin, the pitch play. They're going to throw it back to Retzloff, who's then going to take off, and he will get the first down.
Great job getting a fresh set.
So near midfield, BYU, 1st and 10. Retzloff throws, and that one is caught by the tight end. Isaac Rex with the catch for another Cougars first down. Rolling right, Retzloff looking downfield, now throws. Rex again, the tight end, and it'll be another BYU first down. Good player when he was young. Hasn't produced at that level coming back from major injury. They're going to throw it down the field. There's Rex, caught! Touchdown! Parker Kingston, the wideout, made the throw. The unusual formation. Retzloff looking to throw. Slips, did not go down. Scrambling, heaves it, incomplete. And for the Cougars, something positive to start the third quarter after getting a 3-and-out stop from their defense. Now the
huge touchdown.
So now let's see if they can keep that momentum going. Iowa State commits a penalty before they snap the ball.
Offense, number 13, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
First and 15 and a handoff straight ahead. Abu Sama, the young tailback, we saw two spectacular runs from him. Another crowd of 60,000 plus tonight. Becht throws. Showed off some good arm strength there, and a spin away from a would-be tackler by Jaden Higgins. Football here on 3rd and short. They're going to throw it. And the pass is complete, and this is going to be a big gain. Null down the sideline. Null to the 10. Touchdown, Iowa State. On 3rd and 1, they throw the ball and get 66 yards and score.
What a play call by Nate Shieldhouse. Catching BYU in man-to-man coverage. Number 5, Eddie Heckard, who's going to be coming from the middle of your screen, gets caught up on the pick play. Just a perfect play design by Nate Shieldhouse. Nowhere to go for Eddie Heckard. He needs to find a way to fight through that pick and get out there to cover Jalen Knoll. But credit the Cyclones.
And then that.
Hey, Iowa State has a lot to play for. They control their own destiny. They win out. They're in the Big 12 title game, and they're playing like they want it tonight.
Now, what moments brought to you by Prudential. Rocco Becht, the redshirt freshman quarterback, with a couple touchdown throws tonight.
Becht showed up in Provo ready to play, just playing such an efficient game. I think the thing that has been so impressive about him is he's just taken what the defense has given him. His offensive coordinator, Nate Shieldhouse, has put him in great situations all night long.
Been throwing records. Now he's one touchdown shy of Brock Purdy's 16 for a Iowa State freshman quarterback. Text him, don't let your fear of failure get in the way of your dreams. Something like that. Retzloff slings it over the middle to Chase Roberts for a completion.
Support from those two.
I thought that was a cool tradition. Way to go, Mom. Now a almost sideways throw from Retzloff to Roberts again down the sideline.
Feature about them, they give credit to everyone else when they win or are successful, but they'll be the first ones to take the heat, even if it's not on them. And he says both played early.
2nd and 10. Almost like an example. Now the running back, Robbins, falls down. Trying to get lined up here and get the play snapped, and they just do. Hand it off after all that on 3rd and 11, and they get 2 yards. And 4th and 9. Retzloff, a lot of time, and it's incomplete. He threw it behind his intended target. College football playoff, top 25. Great day of sports on ESPN on Tuesday. First down, Iowa State.
8. Who's going to get to the Final Four?
BYU jumped on the hard count by Rocco Becht. Ravens.
Offside. Defense, number 91. Contacted a player in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
2nd and 5. Handoff. Abu Sama gets around the corner, and there he goes. The freshman down the sideline. 10. Touchdown. A spectacular night for Abu Sama. 59 yards. And it is all Iowa State right now. 100 yards for the night. He's got 2 touchdowns. We asked him, who's your next great running back? And they said, well, it might be this kid. We're trying to get him up to speed on all the nuances, but Abu Sama, they were not lying when they told us he was really, really talented.
I was going to say, we're told Sama's going to be special. We got to see it firsthand tonight. Just a basic duo inside play where you're setting double teams up front by the Cyclones. BYU just gets all their eyes inside. No one stays outside for contain. Just an undisciplined defense. And with somebody who has speed like Sama, they're going to beat you outside to the outside every single time. The speed that Sama presents, he's a game changer.
Fair catch on the kickoff. Conference opponents. And everybody who's a newcomer to the Big 12 this year has struggled. That pass incomplete.
Hurt with injuries. They've just been decimated there. Their starting lineup can play a Power 5 schedule. It just is the depth there, and I just don't think it's there for the Cougars right now.
Boise State, Utah Tech, Stanford.
No ranked opponents to 3 out of your last 5 being ranked guys.
Nice throw down the middle and caught by Cody Epps. What a difference, though. I mean, their head coach preaching patience. Retzloff sort of faked a run, then was looking to throw, then decided to run. There's
Illegal substitution. Defense, 12 players during the play. 5 yards from the previous spot. Still second down.
Oh, that's going to be a very, very, very difficult game in Ames. It's going to be a fun one to watch.
First time out of the half. Iowa State, 30 seconds.
Texas is really good, really talented. Retzloff on the move and drilled out of bounds. Here come the penalty flags.
Out of bounds on the defense.
Oh.
Half distance to the goal, automatic first down.
It's not even close.
No, that's not smart. Play fake. Retzloff looking for the end zone. Can't find anybody. Now he's going to run. Retzloff will go down inside the 10. Great mobility. Second down and 7. Martin to the left side. Martin with a stiff arm gets shoved out of bounds. They did not give BYU the first down. They hand the ball off on almost like a jet sweep to the fullback. Play fake. Retzloff backpedaling, throws. It's caught. Martin stuck the ball out. It's going to depend on the spot. I don't think that he got there.
Arguably one of the best defensive players in the Big 12, top 10 in tackles and interceptions. The only player to hold that stat in the Big 12. Great job diagnosing the play.
And they'll hand the ball off on first down. A little move there and another broken tackle. Norton to the 20, still going along the sideline all the way out to the 26-yard line.
With state running backs tonight. Norton here gets his turn to have some fun. Great job pressing the hole. Credit the offensive line. No one touches Norton until he's about 10 yards down the field.
Carry for the game. And off Norton, straight ahead. Gets dragged down close to the 30.
Well, great teams take over in the second half. And I tell you what, the offense and defensive line in the trenches for the Cyclones have owned the second half of this football game.
Top 15 matchup, Indiana and Stanford. Women's college hoops all day tomorrow. Rocco Becht throws the ball, and that one is completed in traffic for an Iowa State first down. It was a little mean, that sign. I like Iowa. Handoff right side running, and it was in the state of Iowa that severely impacted both this program and the Hawkeyes. Left side carry for Carson Hansen.
Now look at what they're doing. They have a chance to find themselves in the Big 12 title game. I think you got to credit Matt Campbell and his staff. So much resiliency on this young football team, playing a lot of underclassmen that just got better every single week.
Clock rolling. They snap it with the play clock at 1. Becht incomplete.
Came in a little hot, but good throw by the quarterback.
High punt and no fair catch signal. Good coverage on special teams out every week. You look at the matrix, where are you going to go? We look at column E. It's the best crew easily. Completion for BYU on Jake Retzloff. Oklahoma next week here at home, and then Oklahoma State. BYU has a lot of work to do, a lot. State of Utah weren't happy with Kyle and the state of that program. It took them a few years. Retzloff sidearm sling and knocked down by Purchase, incomplete. Last year, this week they'd be getting ready for Utah Tech. This year they're getting ready for Oklahoma.
It's a different beast.
BYU that has to be a priority, and I know that it is a priority. Throw over the top, and that one is incomplete, trying to hit Roberts. And defensive line tonight's been pushed around by Iowa State's offensive line. That heave by Retzloff on 2nd and 10. Third down, Retzloff slips and now goes down. Turf, there've been a lot of that, and late in the season on shorter punt, but it's going to take a BYU bounce all the way inside the 25 and down to the 20.
And have it to be Iowa State. It's just perfect.
Purchase more ham and bacon.
Right out.
What are we going to do with this? Here comes game for the Cyclones. Almost runs into his wide receiver running across in front of him. To see a QB as tall as he is on the field. J.J. Cole is a big dude. Swing pass right side, and that's going to be an Iowa State first down. They're down 10-0. Then BYU scored a touchdown, and it was 10-7. You're kind of thinking, okay.
Next couple weeks.
Handoff straight ahead and just nowhere to go for Hansen. And things are looking up for the Cyclones, that's for sure. Becht across the middle, incomplete. Tyler Perkins tonight, he's a good punter. Got pressured that time, so did well just to get the punt off, and then it takes a big bounce, and then it's picked up. Very dangerous play by the punt returner, Parker Kingston.
During the kick, holding, number 19 of the receiving team.
Again.
If you haven't watched Oregon State play football yet this year, tune into that one. Jonathan Smith has his Beavers playing some darn good football.
Made some rain. Little pitch play from Retzloff out to Martin, who breaks a tackle and makes a nice gain of it outside the 25 to the 27.
Back took the starting role. LJ Martin there with a great carry.
First down BYU. Retzloff.
Lots of youngsters out there making plays.
I mean, just in case you thought that high school recruiting wasn't important anymore with the play was starting.
Before the snap, second time out of the half, Iowa State.
On campus, just maybe a mile down the road from Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
I loved it. It was great.
Third down here. Retzloff has forever. Now across the middle, intercepted. He overthrew his intended target, intercepted, and the return along the right sideline by Jamison Patton. Speaking of true freshmen, another young guy for the Cyclones.
Retzloff trying to make something happen late here in the game for his Cougars. Kept his eyes down the field, just misfires to Parker Kingston. A little bit high and behind his wide receiver. Patton makes him pay. Great play by the true freshman.
Could have played, but he wasn't 100%. Matt Campbell aired on the side of caution. Hey, look who's in the game at quarterback, by the way. Penalty flag thrown. Don't blame the QB.
Holding, offense, number 84.
Get too tall. For some reason, people think it's like a disadvantage.
That's exactly right. If you're a basketball player, you want a couple extra inches with your height.
Impressive win. And start to get ready for Texas next week. Cole swings it. A low throw, but nice catch, and then a good run by Hansen. I guess I just get totally left out, huh? No mention
Sorry,
of me.
Dave.
I'm buddies with Steve
He's a big fan
Young.
of you, too.
Oh, he's my friend. Cole is going to throw over the top and incomplete. At BYU, pretty amazing. But Steve Young, of all of them, in terms of his success at this level, and Retzloff. But BYU's got to get better at that position, too. They have not had their normal stand. Historic night in the NWSL. Highlights from UFC.
Iowa State has some different intentions.
Retzloff throws high, incomplete.
Who's going to be the quarterback moving forward here in Provo?
Penalty flag, a hit on the quarterback. Ball was incomplete.
Passer, number 89 in the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And give him some time. Good things might happen.
Rolling right and just goes out of bounds.
Utah has a lot to play for. They're trying to get that 6th win, which gets you to that bowl game, which is so big for the program in so many ways. Extra practices.
It is.
Positive yards for his team late in this ball game.
Retzloff running, goes into a slide. Retzloff toward the end zone, almost intercepted. Trying to find somewhere to go with the football. Now zips that one incomplete. Now 5 seconds to go. Retzloff scrambling. Throws to the end zone, and that one is almost intercepted. It's incomplete, and the game comes to an end.
A better football game coming into a hostile environment here at Lavelle Edwards Stadium. But I tell you what, the Cyclones were impressive tonight, and they are headed back to Iowa with a lot to play for next week against Texas.